Hey guys, Chester Westerford here. With the 60th anniversary specials coming out and the announcement of the Whoniverse, I'm more excited for Doctor Who than I have been in a while. I can't wait to see what RTD and the team have cooked up for us. And with that being said, here are 5 things I hope to see in the 60th anniversary episodes. Number 1, story over pandering. Okay, so I don't necessarily have anything against references to the past, returning characters, or general fan service. When it's done right, I think it can be pretty cool. I love it. You shouldn't do it all the time, but for an anniversary story like this, it seems appropriate. It's a celebration of the past. It seems fitting. Having said that, however, I do think that the story should take precedence over the fan service. I want something more like Day of the Doctor, which had an excellent story, and which used past Doctors to explore who the Doctor is, why he would press that button at the end of the Time War, and why he actually didn't press the button at the end of the Time War. I felt any references to the past lifted up the story rather than overshadowed it. Unlike, well, for the most part, I enjoyed Power of the Doctor well enough. I don't think, though, that you can get around the fact that the story, such as it was, definitely took a backseat to the pandering. The whole plot of the Master taking over the Doctor's body, the stuff with the Edge, the holograms that Ace and Tegan talked to, Ace and Tegan, they didn't really make that much sense when one really thinks about it. They're solely there to say, hey, look, it's the centenary of the BBC. Here's a reminder of Doctor Who's part in that 100 years. There's nothing wrong with that. It was enjoyable enough, but I say put the story first, especially if they want this new Whoniverse to be successful, and they want new fans to come in. Like I said, the way they did Power of the Doctor wasn't terrible, but I don't want 3 episodes of that. Number 2, I want an explanation for the 14th Doctor. Having the Doctor degenerate into a previous Doctor, specifically Tennant, was an idea that I always scoffed at. The show should always move forward, not go back, I thought. But now that it's happening, and with the return of both RTD and Tennant, I think it's a really intriguing idea. And the show's dwindling popularity is in such desperate need of being reversed, and a return of the most popular modern Doctor may turn out to be just what it needs, or at least it might help a little bit. Having said that, however, I would like to see it explained. I'm sure it probably will be. It'll probably end up being part of whatever revenge plot the Toymaker has conjured up, but even if it's not, and RTD just wanted to do it for the sake of it, if that's the case, it doesn't have to be a long drawn-out explanation. It could even just be a throwaway line, and that'll be good enough for me. Number 3, more expanded media Easter eggs. I think it's awesome that a DWM comic is being adapted into the Star Beast. There is a lot of expanded media between books, comics, Big Finish audio dramas, etc. that deserve their time in the spotlight just as much as the TV show. But as to be expected, the great wealth of rich storytelling there is not as well known as the TV episodes. But these stories are just as much a part of the show's last 60 years as the TV episodes themselves, and I do believe they deserve their time in the celebration. Which is why I'd like to see a few more references beyond just the Meep. It doesn't have to be anything big. It could be kind of like that Absalom Doc cameo in Time Heist. I don't know, maybe if they go into space and see a wanted poster for JW Dogbolter. Like I say, I don't know. I'd love that, but I'm sure ITD can come up with something even better. Whatever happens though, I'm glad that even if it doesn't turn out to be just a Star Beast adaptation, the expanded media is being represented in some way. Number 4. A satisfactory resolution to Donna's story. If you're going to bring a character back like Donna, who had such a definitive ending, you need to do something different with it. RTD in his original era did have kind of a reset button problem. I don't want a Doomsday to Journey's End situation with a repeat of Rose's ending, or an End of Time situation with a repeat of Donna's ending. If it just ends with Tennant erasing her memory all over again, I for one am going to be disappointed. I don't have any ideas of what I would like the resolution to be particularly. I'd kind of prefer it to be happy, but the main thing is I just want it to be different and satisfying. Number 5. Susan. Yeah, I know, it's never Susan, but this is the 60th. Can't it be Susan just this once? There's no better time for the original companion to come back. I'm not sure what more to say than that, other than, I always thought it'd be kind of cool if she ever does come back. She could regenerate. Not because I don't like Carole Ann Ford, it'd just be interesting to see someone else play the role in the same way that it's interesting to see someone else play the Doctor or the Master. There seems to be this attitude, even surprisingly within Big Finish, that Carole Ann Ford is the only one allowed to play the part, but I'm not sure why. She's the only Time Lord character who has that stigma attached. Perhaps it's time to end that and just let the character continue in a new way. A relative of the Doctor has so much potential, and I don't know, I think it'd be cool if she was out there having adventures like Jenny or River Song. Of course, that would inevitably lead to a Big Finish spinoff or a Whoniverse spinoff. Yeah, probably not. I just think it'd be cool to see the original companion back. We got Ian in Power of the Doctor. Come on, give us Susan. Just this once. And that's all I have, guys, for today. Of course, there are more things I'm sure I could think of that I hope for the 60th. Hope and fear, I'm sorry, I really want Neil Patrick Harris to have a couple good musical numbers. I think that'd be fun. I know it's not always a popular opinion, but I think it'd be fun. They should make it just for me. But yeah, what are your guys' hopes and fears for the 60th anniversary? Let me know in the comments below, and I will see you on Saturday for my review of The Star Beast. Goodbye, everybody.